وصلی اللہ علی النبی الکریم رب اشرح لی صدری ویسر لی امری واحلل عقدۃ من لسانی یفقہوا قولی. The topic for this evening is the importance of religion for man. First of all, I want to share an incident with you. One of my colleagues happened to meet a businessman. He presented him a pamphlet titled Religion and God. The businessman took it reluctantly, and then he said, I am not interested in religion. You see, my health is very good. My family is living with good health. Also, I run a flourishing business. I have all those things that are, I am living a comfortable life, so I don't need religion. This kind of remark was shocking for me. I wanted to know why this gentleman said like this. Then I found that nearly all the people think like this. Some are vocal, so they say it in a spoken language. And the majority have the same thought, but in silent language. I think more than 99% people, even so-called religious people, have the same thought. Those who are said to be a religious people, in their life, religion is like an appendix. It has no function in their life. Then, generally, people of our time take the religion as an ashirwad or barakat. They think that religion is a source of barakat or ashirwad. It means that religion is a material appendix for these people. This kind of image is highly misleading and gross misunderstanding. Religion as represented by Islam is a divine guidance. Divine guidance. God created us and settled us on this planet Earth. So He wanted to guide us. He sent religion through His prophets as guidance for men and women. So religion is a guidance and not ashirwad or barakat. Then I would like to say that it is not a very simple thing. If you say that I have no interest in religion, it is not enough. Then there is a question. You are living in a world that was created by God. You yourself were created by God. Your family was created by God. Then you say that I am running a flourishing business, but how you were able to run this kind of business? By using the divine infrastructure. In this world, there are so many things like sunlight, air, and water, and billion items that are said to be life support system. By availing all these supports or the divine supports, you do all those things. Your job, your business, everything depends on this life support system. Without this divine support system, you cannot do anything. So, you have to acknowledge the giver. You have to acknowledge the benefactor. All these things were given by God, by the Creator. So, you are the receiver and God is the giver. God is the benefactor. So, you have to acknowledge God. Otherwise, you are committing a very, very serious mistake. Now, if you go to the deeper and think about the issue in deeper sense, you will find that it is not a very simple thing. You have to think why I die. Everyone wants to live forever. Everyone wants to live forever. Then why you face death? Why? In a very short period of your life, within 5 years, 16 years. So it's a great question, why I die? Death is, according to the religious description, death is God's decision. That is a kind of expulsion from this planet Earth. There are two kinds of lifestyle on this world, on this planet Earth. One that is justified according to the divine law. One that is unjustified according to the divine law. So, those people who are living on this world in an unjustified manner, they are doing a crime. They are like intruder, like trespasser. They are illegal inhabitant of this world. So, death means expulsion. It means that after death, these people will be thrown from this planet to some other planet. You know, there are more than a dozen planets in our solar system. Only on the Earth there are life support system. All other planets are like rock, lifeless rock, waterless rock. So those who disobeyed the divine law, those who refuse to obey the divine commandment, they will be expelled from this planet Earth, because they lost the justification. Then you know, death is not death. Death is life after life. So when death comes, it means that you are entering in the other phase of life. So those who adopted the life pattern of who adopted the divine life pattern, who followed the divine commandments, they will be blessed. At present, they were living in a temporary world. You can say a temporary paradise. But after death, they will be blessed to live in the eternal paradise. That is as a blessing, as a reward. But those who fail to follow the commandment of God, those who fail to adopt the divine pattern, they were like intruder on this world. They were like trespasser on this planet Earth. So they will be punished. And I think this is more than severe punishment to send all these people to other planets where there is no water, no life support system, nothing. Imagine that situation when you find yourself in some other planet where there is no water. You feel yourself thirsty, but there is no water. You feel yourself hungry, but there is no food. Even if there is no light, you cannot see anything. In spite of all those so-called health, you cannot see anything, because we need light. Without light, we cannot see anything, although we have eyes. So if there is no light, you cannot see anything. If there is no air, you can contact conversation. Maybe you are living with your friend and your family members, but if there is no air, you cannot contact conversation with those members of your family. So what a miserable condition. What a miserable condition. So those who think that we are not in need of religion, they are living in a serious misunderstanding. They are committing a great sin. So it is everyone's duty to know about the Creator, about the creation plan of God, about the truth, what is truth. So it is the duty of every man and woman to know all these things. Otherwise, we will face a very dangerous situation. You know, life is divided into two parts. Present part is as its temporary part. In this temporary part of life, we are proving that whether we lived a justified life on this earth or not. So it is very, very serious situation. We have to know the scheme of God. We have to know the creation plan of God. We have to know all those things. We have to discover the truth. Otherwise, we will face a very dangerous situation that we cannot afford. So this is our mission. Our mission is to make people aware about the creation plan of God, about the divine scheme. We want to make people aware about the seriousness of life, about the life, about the death, about pre-death period, about post-death period. So this is our mission. And today I was listening to the All India Radio. One commentator said about e-system of the world, e-system of present world. He said there are so many E's, like e-education and e-education and e-commerce, e-ticketing. So it came to my mind, a thought came to my mind that in such a situation, we have to follow the e-dawa, e-dawa, the dawa through electronic media. I think our colleagues are engaged in this field, and they are doing a good job. And now we have to develop e-dawa to such an extent that it becomes a great source for people to know the truth. So also we are doing our struggle in print media through books, through literature, and also we have developed some websites. But after listening this radio, I decided to think in this manner, to develop our website so that we can say that we have make people know all over the world through e-dawa. They can find the message in every corner of the world. So this is our mission, this is our target. I pray God to bless us in this mission, and so that we may be able to make people aware of this reality of life. Thank you.
Maulana, in order to become a speaking Dai for Dawa work, how can a Dai conquer stage fear?
Stage fear.
Yes.
myself have faced this fear, but inshallah now I have no fear of that kind. I think that there is no other way except to speak, speak, speak. Speaking makes you a speaker. Someone has rightly said that बोलने से बोलना आता है, लिखने से लिखना आता है. So there is no mysterious technique. Try to speak, and you will be a good speaker. You know, Lord Macaulay was a great speaker in the parliamentary history of Britain, but when he was a young person, he could not speak in a public meeting. He was unable to speak in a public meeting. But after exercises, he became a great speaker. So this kind of fear is a baseless. You can overcome easily this kind of fear.
Maulana, yesterday I was talking to two of my people in office. They had come from outside, and after just 10 minutes of my business dealing with them, I started talking about the creation plan of God. After 1.5 hours of talking to them and explaining each and everything scientifically as you yourself do, they totally agreed with me that yes, whatever you are saying is absolutely true. But what next? But I didn't have anything to tell them. How should we deal with these such type of questions? That what next? I agree with you. What next?
What they mean by what next?
Okay, how do we change our lives, and how do we agree that this what you're saying is scientifically true, that there is only one God and there is a creation plan, that you are here for a test. That how do we change our lives, and how do we and if we want to know more about creation plans, what should we read?
I think that the starting part is study. Study. Without study, you cannot prepare yourself. You cannot know the details. So in every field, you know that study is must. In job, in business, in everything. So is the case of divine plan. So one who is serious in this matter, he must start with study. Then after studying, when he is satisfied that this is the way, this is the truth, then he must try to decondition himself, because everyone is a case of conditioning. So first conditioning, first the study, then deconditioning. After this, after study and after deconditioning, he can prepare himself. Without these two stages, I think he is immature.
Yes, Malan, I agree with you. I gave him the creation plan of God leaflet, which he read, and he came back to me and said, I want to read something more on this topic. So which book do you suggest that I give to him, so that he can increase his knowledge? And
I think that there is no hard and fast principle. Everyone is a special case. Everyone is an individual case. So you must read that person. You must read his mind. Then you can suggest him any book. For example, if he has some doubt about the existence of God, you can give him God Arises. And if he's if he want to know some details about the religion of Islam, you can give him some other books that introduces Islam. And if he's more interested, then you can give him the commentary of the Quran. So it depends upon any individual to individual.
I've studied many books, and while translating also, it's like studying a book, but my thoughts are not clear. So how can we have that clarity of thought, which is required for a good dai?
Yes, it is a problem because all those books that are available in the market are full of confusion. Full of confusion. So I always suggest to read my book. My book are free of confusion. So I always say that you have only two options. Either to study up to 40 years, just like myself. 40 years. With all kind of dedication, with all kind of saving yourself from distraction. Then you will be able to get rid from all this confusion. And if you have no time, then the other option is to read my book. I say like this. This is my answer to these people.
Helps from distraction.
Distraction.
Yes.
It is very difficult, but also it is very easy. If you have determination, then it is very easy. But if you have no determination, then it is very difficult. There is a saying in Arabic language that man jadda wajada. The same is in Persian. Joinda ya binda. Yani one who seeks, he finds. Also, there is a saying in English also the same sense. Find death or some word, I don't remember. One who, so it requires sincerity, seriousness, dedication, and determination. Otherwise, it is difficult. I don't think anything is difficult in this world. I think everything is difficult and everything is easy. For example, here we see a glass of water. If you try to drink water from this side, it is very difficult. If I try to drink this water from this side, from the bottom, that is very, very difficult. But if we try to drink from this side, it is very easy. So, according to my experience, everything is easy and everything is difficult. So is the case of this deconditioning and saving yourself from distraction.
Maulana, creation plan of God being so simple and so logical, why is it difficult for people to understand that?
Because we are living in a jungle of thought. Jungle of thought. Everyone is speaking, everyone is writing. Everyone expresses some ideas of his own. So there are millions and millions thoughts in the in the atmosphere, in print media, in electronic media, everywhere in the world. Once I tried to know something from internet. So I tried to know what kind of informations are in about Islam. So a jungle of information was there about Islam in the present internet. There was jungle of information. So everyone is speaking, everyone is publishing. So we are living in a jungle of thought. This is the problem. This problem can be solved only through sincerity, through dua, through detailed study. I do. This is the one option. The other option is that you take someone as your unconditional guru. You have only two options. Either you have to adopt someone as your unconditional guru, or you have to engage yourself in study. Then you can get rid from all these confusions. It requires uh, it requires what you call any sorting out, sorting from black and white. So it requires a long study. So if you have enough time, then you can opt for this method. Otherwise, you have to take one as your unconditional guru. According to my experience, there is no third option.
This second option of studying everything on one's own, I don't find it a good option, because there are so many great scholars. I can cite the example of Bertrand Russell, who had studied, who was much more than other of his contemporaries, but his thoughts are not clear. So I think this clarity of thought is something else. It doesn't come just because of studying all the disciplines.
Yes, I studied many books written by Bertrand. My finding was that Bertrand was not a very serious, sincere person. I doubt about his sincerity. I have some concrete example about this statement. So, as he was not any very sincere, so he failed to find the truth. Otherwise, he was a very learned person, he was a very intelligent person, but due to insincerity, he failed to find the truth.
Maulana, a lot of times when I'm traveling, or even while I'm not traveling, I meet people whom I know I'm not going to meet them again. But I try to do dawa work with them and give them booklet. Now, at that point of time, Maulana, the thought comes that uh, since I'm not going to meet this person ever again, then should I tell him everything? And he's responding also. If that person is responding, you feel like telling him everything because you might not meet that person again. And what if he wants to know more? He will not meet me anywhere. So what should one do? Should, in such situations, if the person is responding, he should tell him everything?
It depends upon situation. Any, I think that it's not possible to tell him everything. It's not possible practically. And also it is not very fruitful. Dawa work is a gradual work. Dawa work is a gradual work. If you have no time, then you have to you take him address, his address, his telephone number, so that you can contact. Otherwise, everyone is busy. Everyone is busy, so it's not possible to do the work in complete sense with every person. Practically, it's not possible. You do as you can do, according to your capacity, according to your time, according to your situation, and then pray for him. That is the practical solution.